What's up, and welcome to another episode of our Speakeasy podcast. As always, I'm John.
I'm Ken. What's up, guys?
What's happening?
What is happening, Johnny?
How we doing?
We're doing all right. We just did a little stroll around the Hackett's town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did Zigmeister, Manskirt, and Jersey Girl.
Yes, and we had a beer at Panther Pub in
Panther
Valley. Yes,
That was a good spot. I liked it.
Yeah, it was cool. Good food too.
Good food.
Very good. Very
I
good.
enjoyed my lunch. Yeah, it was very nice.
John and I are recording on Good Friday right now, so we're a little earlier than this episode will air. But John's like, dude, you want to hit up some breweries before we record?
Let's go. I took the week off. I had the day off, right?
Yes.
You don't work on Good Friday. So
So I said to him, I said, no, yes.
Yeah, no.
But so here we are, a little couple in.
Yeah, if we're slurring a little bit, it is what it is.
That could be the reason. Yes, right there. We are doing so this is to pay homage to Buffalo Trace. We know that everything that's going on in Kentucky recently.
Yeah. If you haven't been following the weather hasn't been good down there.
Yeah.
It's been tornadoes and a lot of flooding.
Yeah.
And the what river is it? It's the
Kentucky?
Kentucky? No, I don't think so. Is that what it is? The Kentucky River?
Yeah, I don't know. The big river. The big river.
Whatever river's behind in Kentucky, behind all these in Frankfort, Louisville, all these it overflowed and it's been flooding massively.
Yeah, apparently it's cleared now.
But there's still a lot of work to be done because the flooding just destroyed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. There was a big mess. And surprisingly enough, because it's such a popular brand, we've done are limited to old fashions with the Buffalo Trace in the past.
Right.
We've never actually had, I think, Buffalo Trace on the show.
You know, Buffalo Trace, it's the name, but Buffalo Trace, the bourbon's kind of like, what gets you into the bourbon.
Yeah.
Very subtle, very easy drinking. A nice beginner bourbon.
It's a good beginner bourbon. It's a good solid. Hey, when I go to certain bars and I look to see what they have behind there, and sometimes some bars can be pretty limited, but usually they will have something like a Buffalo Trace there. And I say, I'll take a Buffalo Trace.
Right, absolutely. And even though it is like a beginner bourbon, you need to have that on your shelf, right? Yeah. Everybody got to have a Buffalo Trace on the shelf.
For me, I like to actually get them. When I see them, I will typically get them, even though I didn't get one today.
I know, you told me to, and I didn't.
But I usually, here's my thing. It's got to be under $40.
Yeah.
And if it's 40 or over, I usually don't buy it. But maybe if it's 40.
I'm still salty with my Buffalo Trace from that trip.
So John had a large bottle that he bought for $30-something.
$30.
And it broke.
In the airplane, yeah.
In the airplane, when he was away, he was able to get his hands on one at a very decent price. Yeah. But typically, when I get these, I buy them for gifts for people. Especially people who aren't really bourbon people or whatever. I say start with the Buffalo Trace, and then
And it's funny because everywhere you go, there's usually a sign that says one per customer. Because
I know
for $30, I guess people it's the name. You're buying the name.
Well,
that's what you're doing.
Eagle Rare used to be one that was, $30, same price.
Yeah, now
and that's a 10-year.
$60.
Yeah, now they've really brought the price.
I think it's coming back down though. You can find it typically more in, I think, places than you used to be able. So I think it's coming back down.
Yeah. So if I see that at a good price, I'll pick it up.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, we're paying homage to Buffalo Trace because of the floodings.
Mm-hmm.
It was closed for a long while. It's reopened now, but they had a lot of damage.
Yeah, they did.
They lost a lot of business.
Yeah. So if you can.
So your Blanton's is going to be like $200 a bottle.
I know. Yeah. I think they'll come around. They probably didn't lose too much inventory. I'm hoping they didn't lose too much inventory there. But and it's not necessarily just the distilleries down there. If you could show some kind of support, any kind you can.
I mean, it even came down to Bourbon on Main, right? It was one of the restaurants we went to when we visited Kentucky.
Yes.
And exactly where we sat was underwater.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know.
It's sad. People, they work hard and that's their livelihood. And when you see something like that happen, it's out of your hands. There's nothing you can do.
Nope. It's sad. But we will pour some of this out for all the people.
Will we?
In our mouth.
In our mouth, yeah.
But, let's see. I mean, like I said, I was joking around with John before this. I was like, Buffalo Trace on a podcast. This is something we haven't.
Hey, we haven't done it. Let's do it, man.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
What
As far as Buffalo Trace goes, it's 90 proof. So it's like John had said before. It's a nice beginner bourbon. It's not like super, like dark in color, which means obviously with the 45, it's not sitting in the barrels for too long. But like I said, it's a solid go-to. I used to do a lot of old fashions with it. Now I've kind of switched to the Sazerac because I've been leaning towards the ryes a little more for my old fashioned.
Or bullet.
Or, like a bullet rye or something. Yeah, so you want to pick a glass?
Yeah, we'll go George.
Well, you doing some George T. Stack glass there?
Boy.
I'll do the Blanton's glass. I was
go.
telling John before, I said I think I had a Buffalo Trace Glencairn that broke at some point, but we'll still keep it from the distillery here.
And if you are new to bourbon, I mean, this is a great one to start with. It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
We're not shitting on it at all. Buffalo Trace is Buffalo Trace.
Well, and it's funny.
It's classic.
Because we, sometimes we'll say, Blanton's, whatever. Though it's weird with Blanton's because I just cracked open this one not too long ago, and I was like, because I finished another bottle, because it's just a nice sipper. I was like, oh. It just some days it gets me right, and I'm like, that is a really good bourbon. We just think it's a little overrated at times, but also
for the price.
When you get some of these Blanton store picks, they could be little slight variations and everything too. So,
but if you're finding a Buffalo Trace for $35-$40, like you said, man, you got to pick that up. You got to have that in your repertoire of bourbon.
Yes.
You have to have that in your collection.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
I was telling John before this, I said my wife had gotten this, I think it was for Christmas. It's a notebook, and it says, "Brilliant ideas I had while drinking bourbon."
Yeah, we need that.
I don't have too many ideas, but what I am going to use it for right now, if you see me writing right now, I'm going to actually take some notes on some of the stuff that we have.
You have a lot of ideas. They just go away while drinking.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. Yeah. Yes. So I kind of want to take some notes on whatever we think it is and what we're getting on it. And you know what? Why not? Buffalo Trace?
100%.
Let's see, man. Let's get this nose.
All right.
All right, I'm getting notes of vanilla.
Oh, definitely vanilla.
Yeah.
You're getting your caramel. You're getting your vanilla. You're getting your typical notes.
Everything that a newbie would want to have.
Not boozy.
Not on the nose. Viscosity, as far as that goes. I mean,
it's
light. It's not. We're not seeing legs on this one too much necessarily, but not bad though.
I'm getting that oak tote, that oak note a little bit.
Getting that oak tote too.
Oak tote, tug it, skim it.
There is a sweet aromatics. Let's just call it swore. That's what I use at work. It's such a term that we use all the time. Swore. I get swore on it. Sweet aromatics. And
it's if you're going to introduce somebody to bourbon, I mean, this is what you want them to smell before they taste it, right?
Yeah.
Because you're trying to convince them it's a sweet taste. It's a sweet. Yeah.
Are you getting any kind of like banana esters or anything like that? Like anything that is kind of fruity a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
That comes with the sweetness.
So what did we say? We said swore, we said vanilla, and we said
definitely that banana, that fruity banana. Yeah, 100%.
Banana. All right. Like an overripened banana or ripened banana. Banana. Yeah, ripe. I'm gonna put ripe banana on there. And yeah. Anything else? Not like you said, not boozy, not Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
I mean, come on. Right? I mean, even when your taste buds are a little elevated and into your high proof bourbons, to go back to this once in a while, this is a pleasure, man.
It just
it's a pleasure.
It's got flavor, but it lacks extent of flavor, I would say. It lacks that body that you're looking for sometimes,
Yeah.
It's almost like taking a nice, solid barrel-proof bourbon and adding water to it, you know?
Yeah.
And I hate to put it that way, but it's kind of
Yeah.
what it is sometimes. Well,
and the taste, the palate is exactly what the nose smells.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tasting that caramel. I'm tasting that vanilla. I'm tasting that banana.
mm-hmm.
You know? I'm also tasting the oak. I'm tasting the barrel a little bit.
Mm-hmm. God, my handwriting so sloppy. Oak. Yeah. It lacks a little of that body. That's all for me, man. You know? It's not...
It doesn't linger.
It does not linger.
It doesn't hug.
Which you know from more like a more viscous kind of bourbon, you know? It doesn't linger the way you want it to linger. It's like if you... It's like drinking soda of bourbon, you know? It's like...
To me, this is like I'm working from home.
Yeah.
It's like 12:30. I'm taking my lunch.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take a quick sip of bourbon because I'm having a rough day. It's going to be something like this because it's not going to drive me over the edge and it's not going to burn and it's not going to, mess me up. You know, it's going to bring me back down to earth.
Yeah. Yeah. But you can also see why someone might use this as a mixer once in a while, you know?
100%. I like bourbon and Coke, you know, something like that. Like this is perfect in there. Bourbon and Coke.
Really? You like bourbon and Coke?
I do like bourbon and Coke. I do. Yeah. Coke Zero. Bourbon and Coke Zero.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, like before I was talking to John, he's like, I don't want any ice in my bourbon.
Well, I got to drink my shitty bourbons with something. You know?
I don't want any ice. I don't want anything touching it.
No.
Just want it neat.
Only Coke Zero's okay.
But then you add this Coke Zero shit. That's probably got like stevia or that, whatever that shit is in it.
It's good. It's good.
All right. So caramel oak. I mean, is there anything else? I mean,
well, I don't even want to say dark fruit, but I mean, you could get a little raisin in that.
All right. So a little dark fruit, dark dried fruit, or dark fried fruit.
You're writing a book. Dark fried fruit? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Dark dried fruit. Yeah, there we go. Finish, like I said, doesn't linger as much, but
But that's okay. It's okay.
You don't have to let it linger.
You don't have to let it linger. Nice.
But I would say the vanilla hangs a little. I'm gonna put a little vanilla on that.
And listen, and now I'm thinking about it, and we were talking about what we were doing and the bourbons we were gonna drink, and I'm like, how freaking snooty are we to be like, we're gonna do Buffalo Trace on the show?
How dare we?
What are we thinking? Yes, man. Yes, it's Buffalo Trace. It's classic, dude.
We are looking forward to the next bottle we have on the next episode.
Yeah, what's next? What's next?
I know.
But it's classic. It's Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
God bless them. Freddie, man, the best dude in the business, right?
Freddie, yeah.
Check out our TikTok, Speakeasy Podcast, guys. I got a little photo up there with us with Freddie.
Freddie's the man. Yeah.
Dude, it's classic, man.
Yeah.
It's classic.
It's classic.
It's classic.
Classic. Yeah. We hate to keep repeating ourselves, I guess, on this, but it's a good starter bourbon. And if you're looking to get into bourbon and you want to try new things and you're like, oh, I don't know what to get, I don't get it. Well, if you get some Buffalo Trace, it did it for me. I remember Jay got me my first bottle, I think, of Buffalo Trace.
Jay gave me my first bottle of
Eagle Rare.
Yeah, that's what got me. Yeah.
Yep. And then
now he's got other friends. He doesn't talk to us anymore. That's okay.
Oh, Jay, we'll get him back on here.
No, we don't need you. We're good.
Yeah. Oh, that's so mean.
No, he's mean to us.
Yeah.
It's like we're nothing anymore.
No, I just think that he started me on a habit that I've.
Yeah, he keeps asking us to hang out. We're like, I can't this weekend.
Yeah.
He'll see when his kid gets a little older.
He's like, well, if I can't be Ken's friend, bourbon could be his friend. Yes. No,
that's her.
I don't know. Yeah, we're getting off topic there. Good stuff. Buffalo Trace. Support Kentucky down there with the cause, everything that's going on, wherever you can. They can use the help.
Yeah. And when that E.H. Taylor flood bottle comes out, pay the premium. Just pay for it, dude.
Just pay the premium.
Just pay for it.
See, that's the thing, and that's the whole thing. We're going to end this part of the segment in a second, but that's the thing, though. They had the tornado warehouse C and everything, and
that price is going to go up, man.
I know, but you know what though? They're not making that money. So you know what? I'm not going to put them down for that. It's the secondary people who are making that money.
Right.
They're selling it for what they're supposed to be selling it. They'll be selling whatever they're selling for what they're supposed to be selling. But yes, you're going to see the flood.
The flood bottle.
Yes,
Flood batch number 99.
Yes, it's like let's start a fire in this part of the warehouse. We'll have the fire starter.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Buffalo Trace.
Yeah,
Cheers,
Buffalo Trace.
man.
Cheers.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Absolutely.
What else, bro? What's going on?
Yeah, man. We sometimes John and I are on the fence about what we're putting out there, and what we want to talk about. Do we want to talk about current news? What do we and everything? But sometimes it's just interesting topics that come up.
Yeah.
Recently, we've been seeing a lot going on with that MS-13 guy, the Ecuadorian guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Is that what he is? Ecuadorian or
Salvadorian?
Salvadorian.
Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry. Sorry for anyone from Ecuador. My
Same
bad.
thing.
No.
No, it's not.
Well, if you live there, they'll probably be like, hell no, motherfucker.
Yeah, same shit.
But
so he was wrongly deported.
Yeah.
But he was an MS-13?
MS-13, which is
gang member.
Yeah, from that neck of the countries.
And now the Supreme Court said, hey, you have to bring him back. He was wrongly deported. And it seems like the president of El Salvador
basically
doesn't want to send him back.
I think our country had given El Salvador like $13 million, a lot of money.
Yeah, to build those.
Yeah, and they said, hey,
those prisons are no joke, man. They're no joke, those prisons.
Yeah, they said, can you just take care of these issues right now? We're going to give you this money. You do what you got to do. We don't want them in our country, and we don't want them coming back. So here's some money, and do what you got to do. So, some people aren't happy about it because they said, well, he lived here with his American wife, right? Is that what it was?
Yes.
And so, there's a lot of opinions out there right now with this whole situation.
I believe he was from Maryland, right? Maryland.
Yeah. So I guess ICE had taken him in, and they shipped him off over there. Now, here's the thing that has it been confirmed that, do you know, John, yourself in particular, has it been confirmed that he's been part of the gang MS-13?
I can only go by what our administration says, and they say yes.
Okay.
Yes, they say yes.
Okay, so he was a gang member.
They say he's not a good guy. He's a gang member.
And he's had issues in the past, apparently.
Right.
Okay.
Abrego Garcia.
Okay. So, basically...
But the Trump administration has confirmed that he was mistakenly deported.
Okay.
But he was a gang member. Okay. So I guess he's like an American citizen, but he was a gang member, and they rallied up all these guys to send back, and he was he was in the mix.
He was in the mix.
Mistakenly in the mix.
So what would I think this is the issue that people that are upset about it might be, it sounds like maybe he was never committed for any really serious crimes, but he was part of this gang.
So they say.
Okay.
So they say.
So what is that saying right now? How much do we not know? How much do we, what's going on with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's scary, man, because it's like anybody can should everybody be nervous and scared? I mean, you could be an upstanding citizen, but if you have tattooed sleeves or something, maybe you got a tattoo, not even know what it means, and all of a sudden you're going back to a country that you didn't even come from.
But he lived there though for quite some time, no?
I'm trying to confirm that.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing is And I think just in general, and we've talked about it in the past, if I'm going to any other country, just whatever, I'm not starting trouble. I'm not doing anything of the sort, especially with what's going on with Columbia University and everything, and, protesters and all that stuff. You gotta play by the rules, do what's right by the country, and don't stir shit up.
So apparently, he's been taken out of the prison he was at.
Okay.
He's no longer really in prison, but he cannot come back into the country as of right now. Mm-hmm. And he is from Maryland, and the Maryland senator went down to speak with him, try to get him back in the country, and it doesn't seem to be at this point working. But it's a Democratic thing. The Democrats are going down and trying to bring him back, even though he is reportedly a gang member. He's not an upstanding citizen. We'll say that. We'll say that.
Yeah.
But, this is what pisses me off, because you're going to have the Democrats, and the Maryland senator is a Democrat, and they're going to go down. They're going to fly all the way to El Salvador, and they're going to sit with him, and they're doing whatever they can to get him back. Yeah. And then you got this little kid who, he had brain cancer. He had something that the Republicans are like, let's make him and they sat there like this.
Yes.
But this guy, they're like, let's get this guy back. Let's bring him back.
Yeah.
It's showing the true colors of some certain people.
Yeah. Well, that brings you back to the whole George Floyd thing, too. You had a guy that was he was on fentanyl, right? Or something along those lines. And
the guy was a drug addict, man. He was a loser drug addict.
And he was doing no good, and that was the reason he was getting arrested. He was up to no good.
Am I saying it was okay that he got killed? No.
No.
Died? No. But, he was a piece of shit that...
We don't need statues of him necessarily.
Right.
We can say that,
We don't need marches and protests.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing too. Is, let's put some of these other people on a pedestal. Like there's plenty of other decent people out there that we can.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this gentleman is a gang member or not. I don't know. I don't think the government knows. You know, they could be talking out of their ass just because they screwed up and they're looking for an excuse.
Yeah.
But I think some of the issues that people put their time into are, I don't want to say not worthy, but hypocritical. How about that? Hypocritical.
There's a lot of hypocrisy. There's always been hypocrisy. Yeah. When it comes to certain things, but if he was part of that gang, then it sounds like he was up to no good. And if they confirm he's part of that gang, then he was probably, that's not a good gang. MS-13
MS-13, they're dangerous, man. They're not good.
They're murderers, and to be part of that gang, that you should, regardless if you committed a crime, You're basically showing your true colors when you join a gang like that.
Right.
So let's not make a big stink of this, people.
Right.
What else? Luigi Mangione, he could be put up for death penalty now, huh?
Oh, that's the killer of the
CEO.
CEO of
Yeah.
You kill, you should be killed.
Yeah.
Let the punishment fit the crime.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how many people out there are like, he shouldn't be. Wait, what? You premeditated. It was, you knew what you were going out to do. You knew what you were going to go out there and shoot this guy. Is that right? That you can take a life, but someone, they want to.
Yeah, it was planned. It was premeditated. It was planned. To me, you're screwed up in the head. Death penalty is...
well, I've said it before. I think anyone that thinks that what he did was right, and anyone that thinks that justice shouldn't be served, I think that they're mentally ill too as well.
Right.
Because, I mean, you have a crazy, sick person out there that says, well, I don't like... This guy, he had children, he had a wife, he had people, He's just doing his job, what he was hired to do. Don't assume that everything that the company does is him,
Right.
So, There's different parts to a machine here.
Absolutely.
People. So,
I mean, look at this crazy guy that threw the Molotov cocktail into the senator of Pennsylvania's mansion.
Yeah.
Burnt down the whole dining room where his family was eating Passover dinner just hours before.
Yeah.
This guy really went in to harm and kill, and he even admitted it. If he would have ran into him, he would have beat him with a hammer, he said. He had a hammer in his backpack.
Yeah.
He said, I would have beat him to death with a hammer.
Jeez.
What the hell are you thinking?
Well, and mentally ill goes every way possible. There's people that are left, people that are right, that are just mentally ill.
All right, and there's disagreeing and agreeing, but that's too far.
Yeah,
man, that would never even come into my head.
Well, thankfully,
to do something like that.
No one was killed. Thankfully,
yeah.
Listen, you can disagree with people and everything, and that's fine. It's okay. That's just being human to disagree. To take it that far where you want to murder the person and their family because you disagree, that's just it's a whole nother level right there. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Absurd. Absolutely ridiculous. Did you watch recently the space thing with
the chicks?
Yeah,
I did.
What did you think?
I did. I think it was ridiculous. I think it was a bunch of rich chicks that were able to fly into space for 11 minutes.
Wait, they had money?
Yeah. Katy Perry, who became recently, I don't know, she looks slutty and whorish to me.
Well, she's always kind of looked a little slutty.
I feel like lately it's been worse.
Yeah.
I don't know if you follow her on Instagram, TikTok, or her pictures, but
oh yeah,
yeah, she's looking for attention.
Yeah.
Gayle King, Oprah's slave, lesbian wife. I don't know what the hell she is. And Jeff Bezos' girlfriend.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. Bezos, whatever the fuck his name is. All of a sudden, so all this money was spent to send these ladies in a rocket ship to go up to space and just come down. It was like a carnival ride or a boardwalk ride.
Yeah.
We're going to come down. For what?
Yeah.
For what? Because they had money to spend?
Yeah.
Did they pay for it? Like, what was the purpose?
I wonder.
What is the purpose of this?
Yeah.
Besides, maybe I want to one-up Elon Musk and the SpaceX system. Like, what are we trying to do?
Yes. What are you proving here? What's going on?
What are we proving?
Yeah. Yeah. They I heard. I don't know too much about it, but yeah, I saw there was a lot of people not happy or and kind of giving their opinions on all that stuff. So.
I mean, they were in a rocket ship that was shaped like a dick. It was like a giant dildo into space. And why? Why? I mean, even looking at other rocket ships, SpaceX, this, that, things they blow up, like lately going, what is the purpose of wanting to do that?
Yeah.
Do you want to go into space? Do you want to spend all your money for a first-class ticket to go into space for 5 minutes? Would you do that?
That's a lot of money. Yeah.
I mean, I was researching before, and they were charging, not now, in 2021, the first rocket to go up there with just normal people like me and you. It was like $21 million a seat or something.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Because you know how much money they're spending to send them up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Do we really need to waste money to send Katy Perry to space?
Yeah.
If we're going to send her to space, keep her the fuck up there. Right? What do we need her here for?
Yeah. She could be a firework.
Yeah, if that thing blew up, she would have been a firework.
Yeah, interesting though. But there was some backlash with that, and people are, a lot of people throwing out their opinions on that though. Apparently, so. What else, Johnny? What else?
I mean that's it for me. That's all I really wanted to, get off my chest today.
Are you in trouble?
Yeah, I was supposed to do something a while ago that I didn't do. But I do want to bring in, all right, Happy Easter, by the way.
Yes, Happy Easter.
We're Good Friday today, like you said.
Yeah, so our Easter hasn't happened yet.
When this comes out, Easter will have happened.
Yes, and what are you doing?
I am going to Tommy's Tap and Tavern this year with the family. Yeah.
All right.
We're not cooking. We're not having family over.
All right.
My wife and my kids and my father and my stepmother and my brother and my sister. We're going to do our own little private thing. We're going to go out to eat for the first time.
Nice.
We didn't pick anywhere fancy because we're not fancy people.
Well,
we wanted to keep it light and fun. And Tommy's Tap and Tavern, which has a lot of locations.
I mean, it's pretty cool that you treat your family to that, man.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'm being treated, not treating. But we'll see. Daddy's pension, we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, we thought we'd keep it cool and fun, and I think that's a fun type of place to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of stuff. What about you?
My in-laws are coming, so we try to alternate every year. So last year, we went out with my side of the family, and this year we're gonna do something by us, which means I'm cooking.
Yeah. Last year that was me. I cooked, had my wife's family over. This year it's with the family.
Yeah, so we're on opposite. So you have I have my in-laws this year, so vice versa. I'm gonna be making like a pot roast and some potatoes and stuff like that.
Different for Easter.
I do have some rack of lamb in the fridge right now. I need
lamb, man. Lamb. You gotta have lamb on Easter.
I could do some lamb.
So funny, growing up, my Easter was full of family. There'd be like 40, 50 people going to my aunt and uncle's house in the basement, and we'd have food all day. Like it's the pizza game. You like pizza game? Your wife's Italian.
I may have had it once or something. Oh. Yeah, you put the bunnies on it.
I need to talk to her. Is it pizza game or is it pizza rustica? I need to talk to her.
She might not know.
You know what it is.
So I would say
you know what it is. You don't know what it is.
I know pizza game. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like it's got the people with the shapes of the Easter eggs and stuff, like a pie, kind of, right? It's like a. Right?
It's a pie that's got like all the Italian meats in it and cheeses.
Yeah. Got all the meats and all that stuff inside.
It's very, very salty. It's very. The taste is like it's an acquired taste.
Yeah. I may have had it once, maybe. From other.
Right. But I mean, we did our pizza game. We did our stuffed artichokes and fried cauliflower.
Yeah, people get fancy with it, and they cut out like an Easter egg or something on the crust or all that stuff.
The Easter bread. My aunt and uncle would make Easter bread.
Yeah.
With the hard-boiled dyed Easter eggs in the bread.
We've been doing the color of the eggs recently.
What is it?
Like we do, it's like a spinner machine. And my son just uses like the markers and colors it with so it just constantly takes the hard-boiled egg, and instead of dyeing it, it just keeps spinning on this little
sweet, like a tie-dye type of thing.
Yeah,
cool.
And you put the marker on it, and you put the marker here, and the egg is just constantly spinning, and you make like crazy designs.
Did you do that this year?
We did it last year, and we will do it this year.
Okay, because eggs are like $35 a dozen.
It was $5.
Are we really coloring eggs this year?
It was $5.99.
I mean, can we go out and find rocks?
We had this, and it's funny that you say that, because my wife and I had this conversation prior. We usually get like organic eggs, but like the organic ones are always brown, whatever. So we need to get white ones.
Yeah.
So, she's like, they're gonna be expensive, and I was like, I don't know, I'll find out. I said, listen, I'm like, Easter happens once a year. If they're a little extra, it is what it is. I want our son to enjoy it. But it wasn't too bad. $5.99. It's a little high.
No, $5.99 is not bad though, compared to a lot of stuff going on.
I think Trader Joe's recently has been like $3.99 or something.
Okay.
So
right. We've been getting our eggs at what's the other organic supermarket?
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. Yeah. We've been getting our stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds like an
excellent
idea. You
eat hard-boiled eggs. Yeah, it is excellent.
Yeah.
But you eat hard-boiled eggs, right?
And you
so
don't.
will you eat the colored ones, though? Will you eat them? You'll
absolutely.
open it up and eat them?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll make deviled eggs.
They don't color it. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I'll give you some.
No, I'm good. I appreciate it.
If you want
Thank
some.
Thank you. Yeah.
John doesn't like hard-boiled eggs. But yes, that's the game plan. That's what
Sweet. All right, cool. And Easter is on 4/20 this year.
Oh, well, people are going to be smoking it up and seeing the Easter Bunny run around.
Smoking a pancake.
Yeah,
the Easter Bunny's going to be high as a fucking kite. And I got a good beer for us, I think, to try for 4/20.
All right. I'm intrigued.
Yeah. So this is called All White Brix. And it comes from Brix City, who we will have to talk about in the upcoming episodes because they are closing and moving their location.
Yes,
which I am not happy about.
So.
But we'll talk about that later when it comes closer to that.
All right.
So it's Brix City and 450 North Brewing Company.
Okay.
You ever hear of them?
No.
Me neither. This is called All White Brix, hazy double IPA, and it is made with flaked rice, Citra, Chinook, Nelson Savan, Abstracts Gelato, and there is some.
See gelato?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Interesting.
And what's the word? There's no THC in it, but it is a cannabis friendly beer.
Ooh.
Hey, just where if you want to smell that, smell it.
Oh.
Yo.
What?
We're gonna roll this baby
That
up.
smells like someone just opened up a gram of weed or something.
Yes.
You know.
It's like we went back to Newark for those nickel bags back in the day.
God.
You know.
Well, they always said hops are in the same family as weed.
What's going on there?
You will try practicing some pouring later.
Yeah. Well,
John just like turned it over and like.
I heard you're supposed to go like head on, right?
No.
You don't tilt it.
No,
anymore.
you tilt
because you want the head. Everybody wants some good head.
I think you get plenty of head even when you tilt it.
Yeah, I don't get any head. So yeah, I figured 420 Easter, all white brick. Well, I don't know why they call it all white bricks. I mean, it's a little racist, right?
I thought it was.
Right.
And when I think white brick, I think cocaine. So
yeah,
unless
maybe there's some cocaine in here.
Unless there's some cocaine in there,
Bricks is in black.
I think it's false
All
advertising.
white bricks. But
watch, we're gonna drink this and we're running laps around the block later. Yeah.
So the nose on this baby.
I mean, it's pure cannabis.
Right? It's straight up weed.
I mean, you get some of the hops. You definitely get the hops, but
yeah. It definitely says there's no THC involved, so it's not one of those.
I don't know, man, because it really smells like pure weed. I mean, it's earthy, it's grassy, it's weedy.
Weedy. Yeah.
It's not like the cereal.
It's fucking foamy. I mean, what'd I do?
Yeah, I don't know what you did right there, but you want to wait until it settles? Okay, not as harsh on the palate. This guy's got foam all over his lip. It's not as harsh on the palate. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm getting those notes. I'm getting that cannabis. I'm getting all that fun stuff.
You're tasting the cannabis, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's got that bitterness that you would normally get in like a hoppy beer or something along those lines. I mean, it's good for a change of pace, I think. I don't know if I could have a couple of these. Maybe just one.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did Brix last week, and I had it, and my wife was like, "That's disgusting. It smells like weed. It's gross." Yeah. She doesn't smoke. She's never smoked in her life. She's never tried it ever, and she's totally against it.
Yeah.
And I said, "I gotta buy one though. I gotta bring it to the show." I mean, Easter's on 420. Yeah. Like, come on. I mean, the Easter Bunny's gonna be high as a kite. I like it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're right. It's not something I can drink a lot of.
No.
Which is why I bought.
It's very bitter. It's very hoppy. It's very bitter.
It's very weedy, like you said.
Yeah, and it's very weedy. But not bad. I commend their effort. I think they did a good job with it. This is what they were going for, and they got it.
They got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell they were going for, but they got it.
Well, it sounds like they were going
because
for
all white brick. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me. The name doesn't match the beer. I don't get it.
If you know people,
it should be all green bricks, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I'm thinking cocaine right now.
Yeah, exactly. Should we sniff it?
I don't mind cocaine. Yeah. Anywho.
Solid
stuff. Pretty good. Nice change of pace. I'll say that. And we haven't been doing beers in every episode recently, so it's nice to get one in here.
Probably won't going forward.
After this one, no. This is good. I like it. On that note, I think we're gonna wrap things up right now.
We should.
Yeah. Shout out Buffalo Trays.
Good luck. Good luck with the cleanup and Godspeed going forward.
Yeah. Shout out to Brix City.
Brix and 450 North.
Yeah.
Brix. We're going to talk about Brix a lot, I think, over the next few weeks because, like I said, that's my home brewer, right? I love that place.
Yeah.
I do my birthday there every year, and they are shutting down Not shutting down in the sense where they're not producing anymore.
Yeah.
They're moving. They're going to move to a bigger location, they said.
Mm-hmm.
And they have not yet announced where they're going.
No.
But it's not going to be the same, regardless.
No. Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
I'm sure they'll do a great job.
I did stock up on a lot of Brix beer, though, so that just in case. You never know.
Yeah, well, we'll have more.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it's been fun. Johnny, cheers to you.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers to you.
Peace.
All right.